It's Leap Day.
Leap Day. And it's also Twilight Day.
Also Twilight Day, finally.
I'm so excited.
Ended up not doing it in January. Things happened.
It didn't snow. It wasn't a blue month.
Yeah.
Now it's snowed. There's snow outside right now.
Yeah, there is. Not much.
Not much, but I'll take what I can get.
Yeah.
But it's very cold.
I'll take it.
This movie is one that I've wanted to talk about since we started the podcast. I think I just want to talk about it always.
We talk about it more than we should.
We do. We reference it all the time. And it's just like when you start saying like yeet and like internet words and then it just sticks and you're like, shit, I'm stuck talking about fucking Twilight forever until I die. It's one of those. And like inside jokes. Like I keep saying proportion in these when I mean portion. And I know that I mean portion. Austin knows that I mean portion.
But the weird inside joke.
It's an inside joke. It was because we watched a video of a guy eating a TV dinner and he was like, I'm eating the green bean proportion. And we were like, well we're saying that forever.
Yep.
That is the movie Twilight. It came out in November of 2008. Did you watch it in theaters?
I did not.
Oh my God.
My sister gave me the DVD. I just had a lot of epiphanies because I was just trying to go back into my past and think. My sister gave me the DVD and was like, try this out. And I watched it on my sweet ass portable DVD player.
God, I had a portable DVD player with like a 3-inch screen.
And I remember watching it back to back.
Did you just watch it over and over again?
I remember watching it back to back. I watched it and then I watched it again immediately. And I was just like, damn, this is good. And then I was hooked.
Yes. I watched it in theaters, of course, but
you read the books.
I had read the books. In 2006, we read the New Moon book first. Letha and I worked, my friend Letha and I worked in a library at our high school. And we just, anything with vampires, we were like, we're reading that. And we saw New Moon had just come out. So like we had just gotten the book in at the library. And we sat side by side and read it. And we were like, who are these characters? Why do they act like we know him?
Did you think New Moon was the first one?
We thought it was the first one.
Ah.
And we were like, who the fuck's Edward? Like, she said this asshole left. Fuck him. Like, he was Jacob rules. And we were definitely Team Jacob at first. But then we were like, literally halfway through the book, we were like, oh shit, there's a first one. But we used to sit side by side and read it at the same time because we just had one copy. But then I saw the movie in 2008 with my friend Hannah. And
did you midnight premiere it or did you just...
We were going to go on opening night, but I was really into underage being an alcoholic.
Okay. So you really couldn't go.
So I couldn't go on the first night because I got 2 40s and there weren't any other drinks.
You were Twilight excited.
I was Twilight excited. And then we didn't go.
Okay. I remember many midnight premieres for the other ones, but...
The rest of them, I went to the midnight premieres.
I had to watch Breaking Dawn Part 2 on DVD. I'm going to admit to that. I think by the end, I very much wanted to watch it, but I think I was just like, all right, I'm over the premieres. I'm over the...
Like, that's what I think.
Maybe this.
I think now I could not do that. Like, it was so fun back then, but probably because I was like a teenager, you know?
Yeah.
And you're like... Yeah. I can drive now and I'm going to a midnight premiere with my friends and getting dressed up and stuff. I don't think I could do it now. I'd be like,
would you call that dressed up? Twilight decked out?
I'm going to post pictures on Instagram.
I wouldn't call it dressed up.
We were
dressing down for Twilight.
No.
I'm pretty sure I borrowed many of your Twilight clothes at one point. We used to share clothes every day.
Yeah. You just be like, I'm bringing all your clothes back.
Why'd you bring a suitcase? I said I was bringing your clothes back.
Oh my God. He got chased in downtown Huntington for wearing a dress after Rocky Horror Picture Show.
I mean, when you're at Rocky, what else are you going to wear?
You know? A thong. Literally.
Well, or just a thong.
Just underwear.
But, you know, now I would wear
a nun's habit.
A nun's entire getup.
Same. And I'd be like, oh, is it at 11 a.m.? Oh, I can't go otherwise. That was a whole entire tangent.
This whole podcast is going to be a tangent.
It is. We're not really going to go through the movie like we did. We're just kind of
Twilight
like
is.
Having a moment. We could have started out. We slowly pan up over a mossy log to see a deer drinking crystal clear water, like the guy from Parks and
with
Rec.
the shadow-drenched, tortured tree trunks twisting upward, reaching into the rare sunlight.
They did Catherine Hardwicke dirty. She gave Twilight its entire aesthetic with that first movie and that script. And
was that the director that got fired and replaced by Mr. Chris Weitz?
By a man. Oh, it was highly successful. I think it made like $3 billion worldwide.
Really?
I think maybe it's like the whole theater run. I don't know. Maybe it's the whole saga.
I feel like the first one made like $500 million.
They made so much money.
Yeah, I'm like, oh, they only made $500 million on the first one. Calm down.
It was highly successful. And then they were like, goodbye to you. Get out. Allegedly, they were like scheduling conflicts. But I'd be like, I think I can make time.
They were scheduling? That's what they always say. They were scheduling conflicts.
Suspensions. But we went to see it, and my ex-boyfriend went with us, and he was like, the only thing he knew about it was that it was about vampires, and it was a very different movie.
Oh, God.
than he had expected.
That can't be the only thing you know.
That was all he knew, and he hated it. I wasn't super sold on the first movie just because I was like unsure of the casting. I totally had
you had
book notions.
You had already painted that picture.
I had painted that picture.
And then someone painted the picture for you again, and then you had to deal with that.
And Stephanie Meyer fan casted on her blog, because she used to have a blog that she'd be like, this is what her truck would look like, and like, these are songs that I'm into when I'm writing, and she fan casted the whole movie, so everybody definitely had like an idea.
Yeah.
I still, when I read the books or listen to the audiobooks, I still picture John C. Reilly as Charlie, because like that's who I was like 100% that she totally described him when she described Charlie in the book. She was describing John C. Reilly.
And then you got what you got.
And then we got what we got. And it was so opposite. I love him now.
Now the characters are fine now.
Yeah. And I love K-Stu, and I love our Pats. I love literally everybody, but I was disappointed at first. And I pictured, her fan casting for Edward was Henry Cavill from The Witcher now, and other people, but like that's the only one I remember. I don't remember all of the casting. And I pictured a young Freddie Prinze Jr., but like as a ginger, and I don't have any explanation for that.
You pictured him as a ginger?
He had bronze hair. She explained it, like described it as like bronze hair.
Damn, they took that and morphed it into something completely new.
They sure did.
Ginger
but I
Freddie Prinze Jr.
I
would say you almost got that with Robert Pattinson.
I mean, white guy. Like, plain brown-haired white guy.
Yep.
But that's what I pictured when I read the books. And she fan-casted her own thing, and she casted Bella as, Ellen Page or Emily Browning.
For Bella?
As Bella.
Where did Danielle Panabaker come into the play?
She was also a Bella.
Okay.
She was like, these people, I love Kristen Stewart, but I love Emily Browning. And I was like, oh my God. But she was not what I pictured as Bella.
Is that the girl from Sucker Punch?
Yeah. Not as Bella.
No.
She should have been Bella.
Ellen Page, definitely no. I like Ellen Page.
This was before she was gay and Stephanie's a Mormon, or she probably wouldn't have cast her.
Yeah, that's also true.
But I love Ellen Page. I love all of these.
I can't see her as a Bella either.
No. I think that Emily Browning should have been vampire Bella. I love K-Stu and I'm glad that she was in it. But she's so much hotter. Like, and Bella, they were like, oh my God, she's like dazzling now after she was a vampire.
Yeah.
So they could have just like, when it was Kristen Stewart's transformation, it was only Stark because of how she looked in the first, breaking down like a fucking skeleton.
Yeah. And she was a child.
But really, it was just like Kristen Stewart with like mascara and lipstick on.
Yeah.
Like,
with a bump it in her hair. Isn't that what those as seen on TV things are called?
Yes, some volume, a fall.
Flip your hair forward, place the bump it, strap it to your head, flip your hair back. There you go.
But that's Emily Browning is her. You'd be like, oh my God, she's transformed and 1,000 times hotter. But they're both mega babes. But
you mean them completely recast her when she's Vampire Bella?
Yeah.
Oh, something beautiful.
Yes.
That wouldn't work because when they did the flashback pre-vampire videos of the other guys, they looked the same.
That's true.
I don't know though, but I see your point.
Yeah. I mean, it really had to just be Kristen Stewart the whole time. People would have lost their minds, but like,
yeah,
I could see that if that was always the plan or something.
Yeah.
Or I don't know.
We normally say let's just get into it, but I feel like we're already in it.
Well, let me make my case.
Okay.
For why Twilight isn't dog shit. Because it was really...
Isn't dog shit?
Yeah. It is dog shit, but it isn't.
Okay, my ears are here.
Okay. It was really trendy to be a hater of Twilight, and everybody fucking hated Twilight. And I even thought it was funny. Like,
yeah, I saw the humor in it.
Yeah. Like, I was like,
also
okay.
I was so absorbed.
But I was so into it. But people were like really mad and mean that you liked this thing. And it's like, there's a fun whole like phenomenon happening around it. Like, we're meeting like other girls that are like into the same stuff and like going to the same things, like the book things and it was like Harry Potter, but for like girls that liked vampires, which was right up my alley.
Because Harry Potter was for everybody.
Yeah.
And this was more specific.
Yeah. But because it was a thing for girls, everybody hated it. And also because it is not good writing.
No.
But it's nostalgic because I did read it when I was 16. So like 15 or 16, I was like the perfect like...
Yeah, you had the nostalgia of it. I just...
Yeah.
Watched it on DVD and got sucked in. I'm weird.
Yeah. By the time the movies came out, I had graduated high school and, like I said, was like an alcoholic. So I was like not so into the stuff I was into when I was like in high school, you know, as a 16-year-old. But I was nostalgic for it. But then it just became like a fun thing that we all went out and did.
Yeah,
like we all
exactly.
went out and like
A
went to
scheduled
the midnight
outing.
things. Yeah.
Because we're not the best at scheduled outings.
No.
But
We were just all together
we
all the
made
time.
it on time
We
to a
lived-
good spot in the line.
We did. It was so fun. And then you can talk to like your neighbors and stuff. And like we met so many people. And like I said, we got dressed up. And like it's just nostalgic to me for that reason. It's like a comfort thing. Literally,
Feel
if
that.
I'm stressed or I'm sad or anything, I listen to the Twilight audiobooks or I watch the movies. And Nick's like, you're listening to this again? But I'm like, I'm sad a lot.
Yeah.
Let me have the thing that brings me joy. And he just like thinks it's funny now. He doesn't like judge me. But a lot of people still would. A lot of people are still haters. But I think people are coming around to be like, okay, fine. Like it wasn't that bad. But like people were mean.
Yeah. People were definitely mean.
And like
I feel like Twilight fans are few and far between now.
definitely, but I feel like on Tumblr there's been a Twilight renaissance. If people are still on Tumblr, I am still on Tumblr. There's this blog called Cullen-Trash, and there's all these like Twilight blogs coming up again, and they have like memes and everything. And to me, it's just like so nostalgic. And now we can look back on it and like laugh.
Yes.
And it made a lot of people get into reading, which is an awesome thing.
Didn't get me.
It doesn't get everybody. You're going through a lot. But it's just a fun, unifying thing that's nostalgic now and comforting and simple. Very, very so simple. But I thought that Twilight haters eventually were like more annoying than the Twilight, like
The Twihards.
12-year-olds, the Twihards everywhere. Because they were louder, they lasted longer, they were meaner. The girls just wanted to like go to Hot Topic and buy a shirt with Edward on it
100%.
and be excited about Twilight. And everybody else was like, go fuck yourself.
Back to the clothing thing.
Yes.
I feel like I bought very minimal Twilight stuff and just wore yours. That's coming back to me back in my head now.
I think that
You
Letha
had-
bought Twilight stuff and we all wore it.
Everybody wore it always.
I do have 2 Twilight shirts in my closet right now, though, still, that I bought. But they're the Twi-hater shirts, but they're, like, funny because if you were into Twilight, you could see why it was funny. And I have one that says, and then Buffy staked Edward at the end. And I love Buffy, and I love Twilight, so I was like,
I
fuck
love
yes.
Vampire Suck.
Letha and I had matching ones. And then I had one that had Bella Lugosi and Edward on it, sort of Bella. I can't remember what it says, but I still have both of those because they were hilarious. I don't have any, like, officially licensed stuff, I don't think. So,
It happens.
but
I really want to watch the movie on the beach. We never
oh
did
my
that.
God, we went to the Twilight Beach. I'm pretty much done with my like, leave Twilight alone. It was
Hashtag free
important to
Twilight.
some people. It was trash. Stephanie Meyer's a trash bag. Like she's a trash bag.
Trash bag.
She's a trash bag.
She hated Twilight.
She hated Twilight too, so it was fine. I don't care. I love it. I know that it's like obnoxious and it's terrible writing and it's shallow characters and like she's a racist. There are problematic things and you should know about them and like acknowledge them, but I already like it. I don't know. The end. Onto the memories.
The memories.
2 years ago,
I went in 2018 for the first time.
Austin traveled to Oregon for the first time and he went to the Cullen house
Many times. 3 times.
3 times.
In like 4 days. It's wonderful. Got a sweet ass Polaroid.
Your sister kind of took you on a bit of
A tiny Twilight tour. It could have been better. Like we could have went to more places, but they're not incredibly spread out, but you've got to really want it. And I knew I was going back and I know I will go back and eventually I'm going to see it all. I'll put all
Yeah.
that pieces of the puzzle together.
100%.
Because we actually attempted to go on a legit Twilight tour. However, you had to have at least 4 people in the tour and it was just my sister and I that showed up that day.
We're going to be those 4 people.
So we're going to have
one
to be
day.
those 4 people. I still want a self-guided one, though, because you can look it up on the internet.
Oh,
We
yeah.
were very close to Charlie's Restaurant, and I do regret that
I have to go.
a lot.
I have to
not
go.
going there.
We went back and we all went to like the Twilight Beach and the Cullen House. The Cullen House is the first thing we did after a 9-hour flight and I died, I think.
Do not hike uphill after a long flight.
I've never been so tired in my life because like we had to get up really early. Fly? I can't sleep on a plane unless I eat
felt like
edibles.
$1 million. I got the best sleep.
Yeah, you slept the
And I
whole
was
time.
ready for a hike by the time we got there.
I wish I was, but I was not. I could not sleep. Then he was like, "You want to go to that Twilight house?" And I was like, "Fuck yeah, I want to go to the Twilight house." It was
Geographically,
uphill.
it's very close to where we were.
It was very close.
Incredibly close.
It would have been a wonderful hike after I had slept and woke up the next day. but sure wasn't after all of that. And then we had to go to our B&B, and I literally just passed out.
You didn't even make it to Cracker Barrel.
I didn't. Nick and Austin walked to Cracker Barrel. I just was like, get me a food. I don't care. I think I'm dying. And I comed for 15 hours. But it was wonderful, and I loved the Twilight house. And I loved the beach, and I want to spend like a full day at the beach.
Yeah, definitely. But the beach, like the first 2 times that I was there, we like explored the entire beach, and it was so fun, like climbing all the rocks and doing all that stuff. Next time I'm gonna be a bum the whole time.
Yes. Oh, I still want to clamber over rocks.
Yeah, I still might get out and explore some, but
I want to eat at that
I want to lay and I
restaurant.
want to watch at least one full Twilight movie and just chill.
I want to be there all fucking day. I want to eat at that restaurant again.
There's another really good restaurant.
I want to see if we see that big giant rabbit we saw. But we collected sticks and rocks from the Twilight Beach as well. Oh my gosh, tell the story of the first stick.
Oh, the first stick. Literally, okay, Katie wanted a relic, and I was like, I got you, man.
He asked what I wanted from Oregon, and I was like, a relic from the Twilight Beach.
Because at that time, we didn't know that she would ever go, because I was just going to like get a feel
Yeah.
and see and visit my sister and everything. And literally, we were trying to figure out this scene where Bella and Jacob
Yeah.
are walking along the beach. And literally, I'm watching my phone, like looking at my surroundings, and all of a sudden, I'm like, oh my God, we're here. We're at the spot. Oh my God, I finally figured it out. And a fucking stick washed up. And I grabbed it and was like, this is Katie's fucking stick.
That's what I had asked for. I was like, bring me a stick. Like,
And
a
it
piece of
was-
driftwood.
Yeah, obviously it was driftwood, but yeah.
Because in the book, Mike lights a fire with driftwood. And I was like, please bring me a driftwood.
And there's a lot of driftwood there. There's
There's so much.
Driftwood Beach.
Yes. Oh, it ruled. There was beautiful Instagram moss.
Oh, I love the Instagram moss. My favorite green
always
shit.
drippy and so green. And if it's ever not there, I'll be devastated.
I know, because I talked about it for a year and it was still there.
Yes. Oh my God. It looks like an alien. I'll post our Polaroids.
Yep.
I'll make a slideshow of Twilight memories on the Instagram, because also our living room, when we all like lived in this trailer together, had Twilight posters all over the whole living
In
room.
the entryway.
Yeah, like welcome to we're 19 and have a house.
Yep. It was fun.
There were a lot of memories.
Good times.
Good. We were so very, very, very poor, but we had our Twilight posters for decoration, and that's all we needed.
The real question, who is your favorite Twilight sibling?
Oh, my favorite Cullen.
Uh-huh.
You know, I would say Jasper, but he was a Confederate soldier, so not Jasper because of that. If he was Union, Jasper. But he's
Alice
not.
seemed like the kindest soul.
I did love Alice.
I think you want to pick Jasper because he was the most beautifulest
That is also true.
in the movie,
I think
other than
Esme.
Dr. Cullen.
I disagree.
Oh, really?
I was disappointed in his casting because they were like, he looks like an angel.
I had no disappointments.
That's funny. My ex-boyfriend at the time didn't either. He was like, he's a hottie. And I was like, I don't think so, but like,
I saw the
okay.
casting and I was like, God, did you do that, God?
Really?
that
That's
you?
hilarious. Oh my God. Speaking of Dr. Cullen, he for some reason lit the pumpkin at the Halloween Town Halloween festival.
I watched on FaceTime watching it, and because I was originally supposed to be there, but sometimes life gets in the way, and I could not go this year, and it was a treat. It was a treat.
I would say that.
I can't even really describe it. It was very
But like, why was he there?
chaotic.
Confusing.
Yeah. But I loved it, and it was a great story, and I'm glad that it happened.
Yes.
And I'm still probably go.
If I went to the Halloween
I think I
festival
would go.
and Cullen was there, I would be like, yeah. But I think Esme is my favorite Cullen. Who's your favorite wolf?
None.
None of them.
I don't know.
I have to say Leah, and I also have to say Justice for Leah, because that's the one storyline that makes me so mad and haunts me, because she never got a happy ending. The only thing that was said when everybody else was literally getting like, and they lived happily ever after, except Leah, who was a bitch still. She was just still mad. It's like, can we see her like healing, or like get to know how, if she ever
I
imprints,
wonder why
or
Stephanie wrote it like that.
gets up, because she's a misogynist.
Okay. What a gal.
What a gal. But
Yeah, I don't think I like any of the Wolfies.
I think Leah. But I also like Seth.
I could just, that whole storyline could just go away, I think.
The wolves! I mean, she shouldn't have used it because it's a real tribe, and that was also really problematic. But just make up a name. Just make up a tribe.
I just didn't.
If you must.
Yeah.
If you just make it up.
Yeah.
whole name, whole everything. But it's like a real tribe that really has like wolf legends.
Really?
Yeah. But not like she wrote them.
Oh, well, of course.
But I really wonder if she just like Googled like small towns that are rainy.
I felt like whenever I went into the movie, I was kind of like okay, vampire love. And then I started watching it and I was like, also wolves? Okay. And I was never feeling the wolf vibe. Never was.
No.
And I don't like Taylor Lautner as a cast member. I just don't. I never got on that train.
Oh, I thought he was a smoke show, but I was Team Edward.
I was Team Edward from the go.
Oh, that's another movie memory. Do you remember when, like, at the midnight premieres, when the Edward or Jacob would come on screen, like, everybody would cheer
Yes.
for whoever their team was? In Eclipse, Peter Murphy from Bauhaus was in it.
Oh, God. There was someone cheering.
And I made a t-shirt and everything, like, myself. But I screamed for Peter Murphy when he was on screen. And I was very alone.
Sure, no one else
laughed.
did.
They laughed.
And he was on the screen for 12 or 15 seconds.
Not very many seconds. I was really excited. I feel like that gives it some goth street cred. It got a lot of hate from, I mean, it still does, but, you know, it is what it is.
But now you remember that memory. You're remembering memories.
Now I remember that memory.
Memories. I don't know if I ever picked a favorite sibling. You never picked a favorite sibling. You went straight to Esme.
I love Esme. She's my favorite.
Oh my God. For some reason, I thought you said Rosalie.
I like Rosalie. I thought you said Renesmee.
I got so confused. I don't even know anymore. I've had a weird day. I like Alice's capabilities.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
And she's a sweet peach.
Esme.
I'll go with her.
Just loves the most. And I love that.
She does. I think we just love them all except Emmett because we haven't brought him up not once.
Not once.
Not once.
I was not a fan of his casting, but I also love his casting now. But
I feel like he was meant to look like that.
Dude bro.
Yeah, like a dude bro beef.
100%.
Yeah.
From Appalachia.
Really?
Yeah, he was bear hunting in Appalachia and
I could see it.
Got attacked by a bear.
I could see it.
And Rosalie saved him.
I feel it. Because we know a few things about Appalachia, and I would say that I feel that.
My mom saw a bear in her yard. We camped in that yard on accident. Remember the time we fell asleep in our very small tent?
I do.
We could have gotten eaten by a fucking bear.
Was it snowing?
No, it was really hot. We had like tiny fans.
Did we also camp in the snow when we made those snowmen that we put our clothes on?
No, we were just out in the middle of the night all night.
Oh, okay. Oh, we were just outside all night. Okay, yeah. That's where I'm getting confused with the tent. Okay. Yeah. We didn't have the warmth of a tent. Okay.
No, we just kept going in and out. We tried to
Did we fall asleep watching Twilight when we were in the yard? It was fucking
It all comes back to Twilight. I'm telling you. It all comes back to Twilight.
What a weird memory.
I can reference it forever.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
How weird.
How weird. Anyway, we got to move on to more rambling. To more rambling.
What you got? You came to this battle more prepared.
Oh my God. I'm not as prepared as I wanted to be. Okay, we'll say the soundtracks were bangers.
They were good.
They had no right.
Do you have the records? Do you have the vinyls?
I don't have the vinyls. I desperately wish I had those in Harry Potter. I don't. And Harry Potter's hard as shit to find.
Is it?
Yes. But the Twilight, oh my God. I didn't even think to look them up on vinyl. I absolutely should and
Probably cheap. Yeah. I would say cheap.
I would say cheap. If they made them, because the vinyl like resurgence has happened really recently. I feel like.
Katie has a flower from their wedding and it's no big deal.
Oh my God, yeah. It's not like it's like a numbered one of like however many years.
I need to get one of those. Yeah, you can still get them. Just look it up.
They're really cheap.
You'll find it.
On eBay. I also have a very, very, very battered and bruised copy of Twilight that's signed by Stephanie Meyer that I found for $3 at an FYE.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
It was well loved. What oh my God, people used to have funerals for their books when they got too beat up because they read them so much, and then they get a new one and have a funeral for that one.
Viking funerals.
Mm-hmm. Just like I want mine to be. But the soundtracks just slapped. Mm-hmm. And like I feel like a lot of people my age and like younger and older, however, people that were into Twilight, you know, have really good music taste now because they were exposed to like pretty good music back then.
It felt okay back then. I need to re-listen to all of them and see if they're still good.
I may have listened to them recently.
You said you did. You said that you did. You wanted to feel it. You wanted to really feel it.
I wanted to feel it. I was going to open this with a medley prepared by myself of Twilight soundtrack songs, but Austin was afraid of copyright.
Yeah, I was a little afraid. Well, that fair use thing is just so
vague.
I don't like a gray area.
I just don't think we're going to get stricken for me and my dulcet tones.
Who could know?
They'd be like, is she a tone deaf rat in a bucket?
Oh my God.
But But
Which one's your favorite movie?
hold on. Before we move on,
You have a music fact.
I have a music fact. It's not really, it's just like another ramble. But before the Twilight movies and soundtracks came out, people used to make bands and like make them like fandom based. There were a bunch of Harry Potter ones. I think Harry and the Potters is one and stuff like that. And there was a Twilight one. I can't remember what it was called, but their song I believe was called Vamp Wolf. And I think it's still on YouTube. And we had it like, we ripped it off YouTube and burned it onto CDs and stuff.
Of course.
And made our own Twilight soundtracks. And it was like so obnoxious. And like, the songs that Stephanie Meyer was like, these inspired me.
I feel so lonely.
And that, we had that on a fucking CD eventually, or like an MP3 probably.
Nobody gets me.
I am so unhappy.
Oh
But
my gosh.
we'll get to the parodies in a moment. But there was also a Stevie Nicks song. Stevie Nicks herself. Can I just name drop Twilight? Or can I just mention Fleetwood Mac in every fucking podcast?
Why not?
Probably.
We say so anyway.
I guess not Fleetwood Mac, Stevie Nicks. But she wrote a Twilight song because she loved the shit out of Twilight. She was reading the books and stuff. And she was like, I've been this character before. Like, I'm Bella. I've felt this. And like wrote a song. It's called Moonlight, A Vampire's Dream. And it's on the In Your Dreams CD, which also has a music video with vampires, and it's based on Twilight. And Stevie Nicks loved Twilight.
Is it one of her CDs or one of the Twilight soundtracks?
One of her own. It wasn't on there.
That's why I don't know. Okay.
How dare they?
I'm not a Stevie Nickser.
There's also a documentary. I just love it.
Know those Stevie facts.
I think that's all the music ramblings I'll say, but weirdly great soundtracks, all of them.
They're weirdly great.
The fan music is very giving.
I'll listen to them and see if they hold up and then forget to tell you.
Yeah.
Which movie is your favorite?
Breaking Dawn Part 2.
Really? Why?
100%. I literally love it. I love the first one and I love the last one of every movie franchise.
Okay.
But this one that's the same. I love the first one. I hated it for a long time because it took me a while to like, I mean, I watched it and I loved it, but like I wasn't satisfied with it. But Breaking Dawn Part 2, I loved. It was so fun. I watched it in theaters with Letha and her whole family and Nick. And her brother was there. And there's the scene at the end with the giant battle that could not have happened in the books, and Alice would never have been able to have that vision because of the werewolves. But I'm so glad it was in the movie. Such a good scene to see what would happen to everybody. But when Carlisle died, Justin was like, I'm fucking leaving.
Oh my God.
It was so dramatic. He stood up and tried to leave, and we were like, sit down. Watch this fucking shit. But it was
That was
so
a
good.
dramatic time for all of us.
And now I just watch it. It's like my comfort movie. I watch it all the fucking time. I have the extended version. I watch it so much that a friend came over and was like, is this your go-to movie? Because I was watching it again.
I think
because
I have
people-
the extended Breaking Dawn 1 and 2s.
People used to just walk into our house when
Yeah.
we lived in the trailer.
Times have changed.
The key was stuck in the doorknob.
Times have changed. It's Fort Knox around here now.
Yeah.
I think that my favorite one would be the original.
I do love the original.
I love it.
I watch it a lot too. I love the aesthetic.
Oh, I love the aesthetic, all the classic cheesy crap.
I just wonder what they would have been. I mean, they said really like horrible lines. Like some stuff doesn't translate from the page to the screen.
Yeah.
And also some things were added that were weird, like the spider monkey. Like, hold on, spider monkey when he runs with Bella on his back. I hate that.
Really? That was added?
That was added.
What a dumb thing.
Yeah, it was so dumb. And like just some of the like, oh, whatever lines from the books don't sound good when you're saying them
exactly.
out loud.
But when you're reading them out of a book page, you're like,
oh my
goodness.
Yes.
Yeesh.
But I do love the first one. And I love the aesthetic of the first one. So the parodies. I don't remember Breaking Wind much. I know we saw it and it was not as good as the other.
Yeah, and I know we only watched Breaking Wind maybe once or twice.
Yeah, I think it was on Netflix back when Netflix used to have like hidden gems that were dog shit. But like we liked that kind of stuff.
But that we own still.
Oh my God. Yeah. Vampires suck. I loved.
We still quote that movie.
We quote it. We watch it. For a long time, I wouldn't watch Twilight and New Moon. I would just watch
Vampires Suck
and then watch the rest of them.
Oh my God.
It was so funny to me. It wasn't like hateful. It was like funny and poking fun at it.
Did people get mad at it?
I mean, maybe. But like, I mean, like how most people mocking Twilight were like
Yeah.
being really mean.
It was probably just jokes that we would make.
Yeah.
Definitely.
It's fun to laugh at like something that you like and like analyze it and like be like, okay, I can see that would be like
yes
silly.
And then the way it ends is just great because remember how hardcore the Edward versus Jacob fans were.
Oh my God.
Hardcore.
I still laugh out loud at that.
Yes. So the ending was just perfect.
The ending was perfect.
How do you end a movie like that anyways?
I loved Edward's old man ass.
I loved it all.
Oh, the only thing that aged, if you haven't seen Vampires Suck and you at all like Twilight or hate Twilight, fucking watch Vampires
If you hate
Suck.
Twilight, just watch it anyways, yeah.
It's so fucking funny.
You might not get all the little hidden gems, but you'll fucking laugh.
But the only part of the vampires that age is their ass. Yeah. And you see Edward's old man ass. It's so funny.
We should watch the credits for Edward's ass cast.
Oh my God, who is he? But it's so funny throughout. And like they're really acting like the characters.
100%.
And that's really
They're
funny.
feeling it.
But people were so mean around this time, you know, when this was all happening, that like Kristen Stewart was like, please don't make fun of us and stuff in interviews all the time. And like Robert Pattinson hated both Twilight and Edward.
Yeah.
And it's really funny. And I love Robert Pattinson, but people were like so mean to him. But it's like he's in on the joke too. Like,
yeah. I feel like I would hate being a character like that, though, probably.
he has quotes that say about Twilight. He said, when I read it, it seemed like it was a book that wasn't supposed to be published.
Oh, my God.
And then he thought Stephenie Meyer was crazy. And like,
Well,
he was like, she thinks she's Bella, and this is a dream she had, and like, this is really weird. And she had cameos in the movie at the diner.
oh, yeah, I remember that.
We need to eat at that diner and sit where they sat.
We will.
But about Edward, he said, the more I read the script, the more I hated the guy. So that's how I played him, as a manic depressive who hates himself. Plus, he's a 108-year-old virgin, so he's obviously got issues there.
Oh, my God.
He hates Edward and he hates Twilight, but
Well,
he made $25 million off of each of the Breaking Dawn movies,
so he's got a little bit of love for
let's not
Edward.
hate it that much. And they were only under contract for 4 movies, so he came back for the 5th. But I would also come back
Why not?
for the 5th, 6th,
Recasting
7th,
in the
8th.
last one would have just been a ruiner.
Yeah. That's they almost recast Jacob. That was another thing.
Oh, yeah, after the first movie, right?
Yeah. After his werewolf transformation was supposed to look years older, but he gained like a bunch of muscle mass, I guess, and was just like, I'm here to play the role. And they were like, okay. And I mean, I'm glad that they didn't recast him.
I'm also glad, even though I'm not a big T-Lots fan.
Yeah.
I'm glad.
I hated his wig and all the wigs.
I hated every wig.
But I loved his long hair. I wish he would have just had long hair like in real life.
I wish we could just show you some wig photos right now, but you're going to have to do your own research.
Maybe
Look
I'll
up the
post
wigs.
him on the Instagram.
Maybe that. You're gonna see
Rosalie's
wig
Party
glue.
City wig.
Oh, Jacob's just entire situation.
This entire situation.
Bella's hairline.
There's so much.
Oh, Jasper's that was levitating above his scalp.
Yeah. Oh my God, I think that was a New Moon. Oh, it was so bad. But Bella needed to wig at one point because she was playing Joan Jett and she had like a mullet, which I loved, but like a shag mullet.
I remember that.
Loved it.
What movie was that? The Runaways?
Yeah. Also a good movie.
Or in Dakota?
Yes. Both of Twilight.
Oh.
Who's your favorite Volturi?
Fuck.
They're best friends. Or they were. I don't know if they still are.
They were both. Wow.
I love both of them. I think I love every
Having a lot of epiphanies.
actress.
Who was my favorite Volturi?
Who's your favorite Volturi?
Ken Jeong and Vampire Suck.
Fair. That is fair.
I'm just gonna say probably everybody's answer. I just like Jane. She was cool. She was
so,
a little bit of a biatch.
so mean.
And were any of them nice?
No. Well,
The one that looked like Legolas, maybe?
Marcus, no, he's the meanest. It's Caius, I think.
Oh, like how could you remember their names?
I've read the books and I've literally listened to the audiobooks. Like, truly, I wish I had a count.
They aren't read by Stephanie, are they?
No. They're read by
God.
Ileana Kadushin. And I know that because I've listened to them so many
Okay.
times.
Because they're used to the "Hello, welcome to Twilight," written by Stephanie Meyer.
Read by Ileana Kadushin. I listened to it on like 1.5 speed. So I get through it really fast.
Yeah.
My favorite Volturi in the movies is Caius, but I hate him. But I love.
Is that the Legolas looking one?
Yeah, I love Jamie Campbell Bower. I would cast him in everything. But
I think you just love a hot vampire.
I love a hot vampire, but I really love Jamie Campbell Bower. I think my favorite Volturi is Marcus because he's just like, I wish I were dead.
Sometimes same.
Sometimes same. Who's your favorite side character that's not a Cullen? Who's your favorite? Hold on.
Oh,
Who's your favorite human?
who's my favorite human?
There's one right answer and 100 wrong answers.
There's one right answer.
For me.
Are you gonna say it's the dad?
Oh shit.
Bella's dad. I know you
Charlie
love
doesn't
Charlie.
count. Everybody's favorite is Charlie.
Okay. Because I don't. There's one right answer. Ooh, I gotta think here.
In my opinion.
In your opinion?
Yeah. In my opinion.
IMO. You go.
Angela. I love Angela.
Is that Susie Crabgrass?
Yeah.
That's weird because I was gonna say Susie Crabgrass from Ned, and then I
She's
was
the right
like,
one.
I don't know if she was even much of a character. She was a little baby character.
She was a little baby character, right? I love her so much. She's so kind and good. I love Jessica too, though, but I love.
She would be
Anna
superior
Kendrick.
to Jessica.
Oh yeah, as a friend to Bella, she's definitely superior. She's the best human friend she had.
I think I was just there for the vampires.
I hate Mike, but I love Mike in the movies. I think he's so funny. I mean, I don't think he's trying to be funny, but like.
Oh,
the one that wishes he was N-word.
No.
The one that kissed Bella.
No, Mike. No, thank you.
I hate Mike.
No, thanks.
Fuck Mike Newton, as they say on Into the Twilights podcast. Shout out to them. They're really good. I listen to a lot of Twilight content, I guess.
You do. I'm finding all this out right now.
I see a lot of Twilight content. But he's really funny. I love Anna Kendrick. I love everyone. I love Eric in Vampires Suck, who gets hit by a car.
Oh my god. Oh my
His
god.
whole body. But I love him in the movies. I love when they say they're gonna go watch a movie at the movie theaters and she's like, I want to see face punch faces. Yeah.
What the fuck?
Bella says that when they're asking her what movie she wants to see.
What else you got?
Other Twilight media, there were like a bunch of illustrated like photo books of like the official movie guide,
I remember that.
a graphic novel.
I remember that. Did you have that?
Yes.
I was gonna say I definitely remember flipping through that one.
There are 3, allegedly. There's supposed to be a 4th one, but I think the person drawing it got sick or something. And they're amazing. They're so good. They're so like accurate. You could totally read that instead of like reading the books. But only Twilight Part 1 and 2 and New Moon Part 1 ever came out. I really wish they would finish it. Like even if they had to get other people to do it.
Yeah, I wonder what happened.
I don't know. But there was also The Short Second Life of Bree Tanner, which was one of the vampires. It's just like another side vampire who got her own little tiny book.
Wasn't there a book where they flipped
There was a gender
Bella and
bent.
Edward?
Yeah, the genders. They swapped everybody's genders.
Wasn't there one where Edward told the story?
Oh yeah, there was this one gonna come out called Midnight Sun, and
Is that by Steph?
it's by Stephanie Meyer, and the manuscript got leaked. So she was like, "I'm never writing the rest of it. Then fuck you." And like, it's not our fault that it got leaked, but there's like rumors that it was Robert Pattinson because she gave everybody that needed it copies that were slightly different so that she could tell if anybody leaked it, like who did it. And there's rumors that it was Robert Pattinson, and she was very upset, and she never finished it. But you could read. She was like, "Here it is. Here's what I have. I'm never finishing it." And she.
Wow,
It was pretty
someone's finished
good.
it for her.
Oh, definitely.
Hundo.
And then like all the fan fiction, speaking of, like 50 Shades of Grey was like a whole fan fiction before it was
Yeah.
50 Shades of Grey, and then they just were like, change some names.
Yeah.
I never read that, but I watched all of the 50 Shades of Grey movies, and then immediately after finishing them, I was like, why did I do that?
I watched the first one and then I was like, why did I do this? Yeah, exactly.
They were just all out. That's why I watched them. Wouldn't recommend the movies.
No.
I don't know about the books, didn't read them. But there was a gender bent Twilight called After Death or Afterlife or something like that.
I don't remember that one.
And it had everybody. I don't think even everybody was swapped. I don't think Charlie and Renee were. I think they were still Charlie and Renee. But Bella was Beauregard and Edward was Edith. And now I just want an Edith and Bella book. And everybody's gay and everyone's lesbians. And then they're all women. 100%
Get on it.
women.
Start your manuscript.
I better start typing. I'm sure there were all kinds of like other like Twilight this and that's, but
Oh yeah, there was a Twilight this and that everything.
also that there candy, like everything. There's Twilight everything. People went Twilight mad, and I feel like people don't do that anymore. Like
Get crazy over a
one
yeah.
specific
Yeah, I know.
franchise, like because Harry Potter was nuts.
What even are franchises that would be?
I mean, Hunger Games happened recently, but people didn't go crazy for that. Like it was like
It was
big,
slight.
but not like anything like Harry
No.
Potter and Twilight wasn't. I don't know why. I mean, I don't know. The internet's really different now. Maybe that's
Maybe.
something, but like
That's weird.
we used to sit on forums and like make friends online, you know, on Harry Potter forums like MuggleNet
Yeah, I don't
and
feel like
stuff.
people do that anymore now.
I'm sure they do for like certain fandoms like BTS. Maybe BTS is like what's Twilight now.
Maybe.
And like K-pop bands, you know. But like people are getting really into that and like
Avengers.
see, that's like a franchise, but like it's not like it's still not. It's big, it's huge, but it's not like. I mean, I guess Star Wars, but even that doesn't feel like. Even the last time there was a Star Wars, it was bigger than this, and these are way better than the prequels. I'll never watch again.
Yeah.
I hate them. I love the original movies.
I'm not a Star Warser.
I have opinions.
For another pod.
For another pod that we're not going to do.
What kind of Twilight beefs you got?
Oh my God, I got beefs.
I feel that. I feel like you have every opinion in your soul.
Why were the vampires in high school?
Yeah.
I get it.
They didn't have to go to high school.
They didn't have to go to high school.
And they've been going for years due to the graduation wall.
Yeah, that's graduation wall.
God, at one point that was for sale on the internet.
Ooh.
If only.
If only. Yes. But they could have, they're vampires. They're super fast. They could have just like quickly done old age makeup every day if they had to. Like, oh, I'll add another fine line today. Or anything else and like age slowly. But like they're just doing makeup on themselves. Or like, don't leave your house.
Just don't leave your house.
People wouldn't know if I aged. I don't leave my house.
Exactly. But now people wouldn't care if you glittered in public either. They'd be like, look at your highlight, girl.
That's another thing. If like you're glittering while you're walking down the street, like he was like, what would people say? Like when he showed Bella.
Now they would think you were wearing the new Jeffree Star palette.
Yeah, I'd be like, it's my highlight, bitch.
Yeah.
You wish. I mean, I probably would have been.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. We love to glitter.
We loved glitter.
Ask our floor.
I was going to say our whole carpet was encrusted with glitter. But what a time.
Nightmare.
Okay, another. Bella's khaki skirt in the books. This is a book beef, I guess.
Of course she wore a khaki skirt.
She wore it said like full-length khaki skirt when she was getting ready to go meet his parents. And as a teenager, I imagined that as like above the knee, like modest. I didn't realize until somebody pointed it out on Tumblr that it meant like a floor-length church khaki skirt.
That's immediately where I went.
Yeah.
It's immediately where I went. Which makes sense because of Stephanie.
Because of Stephanie.
Yes.
And like the hottest thing she can imagine was like these bitches in their khaki.
Floor-length khaki skirt.
Edward?
Floor-length khaki.
Floor-length khaki skirt.
Woo!
It's a tongue
Say that at all.
Don't even think about it.
That's weird that it took you a minute to get there because that's exactly where my mind went to.
Yeah. I was trying to not be offensive. But that's what she was like, what's the hottest outfit they could wear? Everybody in khakis. Everybody in white and cream and khakis. Mm-mm. She's a Mormon. That sounds like what they would wear. I mean, I don't know. But like if I were to guess.
Yeah, just like
the people that come to my door.
Put together, gelled hair.
Like, oof.
Khakis.
Hot.
Collar shirt.
Hot.
Yeah.
Why was Jasper a Confederate soldier? Is
people
another
that come
one.
To your door. Yes.
Yes. Why was Jasper a Confederate soldier? Is another beef. He could have been Union.
I knew you had beef. What a good question.
What? Why?
For someone that doesn't eat beef, you sure have a lot of it.
Why was Billy in a wheelchair? We never found that out. He clearly used to drive because
in a wheelchair.
Bella got his truck, so he obviously recently.
But in Vampire Suck, his legs worked.
To kick Charlie's ass.
So now we're really lost.
I think he did this.
He definitely did a leg lift with his arms.
Yeah, so maybe they didn't, but like we don't know what happened. We know that Jacob's mom died in a car crash.
Do we? I forgot about that.
They could have said that Billy...
Is this Disney? They're divorced?
They're divorced. Maybe he lost... Like, maybe he became paralyzed in the car crash and he just kept the truck for Jacob.
Maybe that. Ooh, maybe he just figured it out.
But he'd be keeping that truck for way too long.
Way too long.
Because she died when Jacob was a baby, I think. Or like really
young.
He was a little pup. That's a question that I have. Why don't the Cullens ever even pretend to eat at lunch? Again, why this goes back to why are they in high school?
They were always the non-eaters at lunch.
They were not eating. Like, I would be like, why did none of you eat? And why are you all unbelievably attractive? And like...
You remember school lunch? They were always the non-eaters.
Yeah. I remember the school lunch. I was one of the non-eaters due to having anorexia.
Okay, I wasn't sure if you wanted to say that or not. I was giving you eyes.
He was giving me... You were one of the non-eater eyes. Maybe I thought I was a vampire. I don't know. I didn't. I just have an eating disorder.
Wished you would have been.
I wish I would have been. Another statement. People always make fun of like Twilight vampires for sparkling and they're like, that's not real vampires, they suck. But if I were to choose to be any supernatural creature or any kind of vampire, like people are like, I want to be a vampire. I would want to be a Cullen vampire.
I don't want to be one of the True Blood vampires.
Hell
They
no.
explode.
They explode. And they're horny all the time and I don't have
Very
time for
horny.
that.
I watched so much True Blood for a while.
But you're super fast, you're super strong, you're super rich, you're super hot, you glitter, you don't burn in the sun, you don't have to sleep during the day.
Or ever.
What the fuck? Sometimes you get special abilities. Like, if I would want to be a Cullen vampire.
100%.
Not like a Dracula.
They're
I mean,
the ones
I'd
that
take
make
it,
their
but
lives stressful.
They do make their lives stressful. You don't have to. I mean, Carlisle wants to help the townspeople, but like literally, they could just be like, okay, Alice, paint me on another laugh line today, and then we'll do it again in 3 weeks. Like that's another thing. There's just, it doesn't make sense why they stay. I mean, I guess it doesn't make sense the way they do it. I guess.
No.
You don't have to. And like, why do they have? They were like, the younger we start out, the longer we can stay. But like,
No.
you can
100%
just
no.
be 18 and not in school.
Exactly.
So.
But some people don't really start changing until they're like 30, so that's like a good like.
I mean, you could just say you're 18 and like, oh, I already graduated.
Yeah, exactly.
Go to college again or something.
What on earth?
I would not do high school over and over again.
No.
Or even over again.
No.
And why did he fall in love with a 17-year-old? I mean, he's 17 forever, whatever, but like, is he not going to be...
Actually, when they were filming, Bella was a 17-year-old. Kristen Stewart was 17. Robert Pattinson was 21 during the first movie.
Scandal. When did they fall in love?
Some problems. When did they fall in love?
Yeah.
Hopefully in New Moon. Hopefully in Legal Moon.
Legal Moon. And then I think she had the...
It's Hollywood.
Fair.
So probably pre-Twilight.
Yeah.
I'm gonna puke.
I think the affair happened before Breaking Down Part 2, maybe?
With her
maybe
and the
not.
director.
Or maybe it was already
whatever.
wrapped. Yeah. I can't
Was
remember.
it her and Chris Weitz?
No, it was the director of Snow White and the
Oh, the
Huntsman.
Huntsman. Yeah.
Yeah.
Was that during Twilight?
That's what I'm not sure. I don't know about that.
I think I watched like maybe half of that movie and was like, I'm good. Did you see Charlie's Angels?
No, not yet. I want to, though.
I did not. I love the first Charlie's Angels, and then the second one completely lost me. So now that there's a third, I'm not sure if I'll be on the bandwagon.
Which one's Full Throttle?
The second one.
I love
that
Full
one
Throttle.
Is trash.
I'll have to try to watch it again.
Oh, it's so bad.
Oh, no. I loved it when I remember, like, watching it all the time. I love Cameron Diaz, but I also think I hate Cameron Diaz.
I've watched it, I think, once or twice maximum. And
I love Lucy.
The first Charlie's Angels, though, couldn't stop watching it probably 50 times.
I probably saw that, but I just remember liking Full Throttle a lot.
Nope.
But no, I haven't seen the third one with Case too, but I do desperately want to. I'll have to get on that, I guess.
I might sample it.
Yeah, that's a good idea. But I love that it's already kind of really dated now, like especially the books, because she has dial-up internet and she's listening to a CD. Like they all listen to CDs and stuff.
Yes.
And they have phones for like emergencies only.
Ooh, yeah.
Isn't that weird?
Yeah, that is weird.
It's weird they have dial-up and stuff.
But we do decom, so we're used to it.
That's very true.
We're
but
used
like
to dial up for computers and shitty phones that you only use when you're in need of help.
yeah, I don't even have a landline. I don't think anybody does, except for old people, right?
I don't know who has a landline. Maybe
My
if you like
mom.
don't have service where you live.
Yeah, my mom lives in the woods. Google Maps doesn't go to her house.
Cool. Oh, me either.
Oh yeah!
Yeah.
Man, rural areas are terrifying. Do you have any like embarrassing Twilight fan moments?
Ooh.
Letha should have been on this with us.
She should have, really. She could have added a lot to this.
Yeah. Maybe we'll do a part 2. No, we should not do a part 2.
We're not going to do a part 2. We've covered all 19 of the movies in this one.
But Letha's here in spirit in my mind.
Mm-hmm. She's here. But no, I don't really feel like I have any embarrassing things. I've always just, I can't get embarrassed over Love and Twilight.
I mean, I'm not at all embarrassed about it. That was a bad thing to say. Things that other people would think was embarrassing are like weird fan things that you did or anything like that. Like that you could see someone thinking is weird. Not that you necessarily thought was weird.
No.
Really? Okay. I already talked about Vamp Wolf. Also, we had t-shirts and stuff. We wore them all the time. Like we wore them. I remember wearing them to concerts and stuff. Like.
Did you get t-shirt shamed?
No.
Okay, good.
I think Letha got t-shirt complimented ones even.
Oh.
But I used to draw fan art, embarrassing fan art. I mean, it's not embarrassing, but like, I remember I drew a picture of like the Cullens, like as a family portrait. I'll try to find it. It's not finished, but our friend Letha had, her senior pictures were Twilight themed and they're absolutely iconic and I literally love them. She had like a photo book of all the pictures that she had taken and I want it so bad. I want a copy of it. I'll try to find pictures of it. But
How could I not remember that?
She had the holding an apple. It was all Twilight themed. It's incredible.
How could I not remember that? Because I knew you guys, because it was a tragic day when you guys graduated and left me behind.
Sorry. But her senior pictures were iconic. Mine were taken on the train tracks by my friend Hannah, and we almost got hit by a train.
Oh, wonderful. I opted for the no photos, the fuck this.
The fuck this package.
Yeah, don't need that.
It's a wise package.
I'd rather keep my $300.
Yeah. That's a weird concept to get senior pictures, especially like.
I wonder if people do it now. Here's my senior selfie.
I don't know. Maybe for their parents, but like
Maybe. Also, I don't care at all.
I just remember like how airbrushed they were back when I was in school.
So
They were
airbrushed.
so airbrushed, like unrecognizable.
Like Facetune can do better now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
100%.
Like they were like toddlers and tiaras airbrushed.
There was literally, yes, there was this one called John's Photos, and
Oh,
like
I remember that.
the brochure, they looked like cartoon characters. It was horrible, and they were so expensive.
You were poreless, but
You were dead, and it didn't look like you, and it looked bad. Unfortunately, sorry, John's Photos, but yikes.
but this was fun.
This was fun.
I
mean,
don't anticipate any more movie series podcasts. Don't ever want to do Hunger Games or anything like that.
No.
But this was fun.
Yeah. This one had like so many memories, like
Yeah.
joint memories between us, and like still something that, I mean, the Twilight Renaissance is happening, and it's just people like rediscovering this and like being like, it wasn't that bad, and like we can acknowledge what was bad about it.
Yes.
And, like, think it's funny, but still be like, this is comforting. This is from our youth and everything.
And our Twilight tours are not over, so it still feels a little bit relevant to us.
Yeah, we love Oregon, so like it's very relevant.
Mm-hmm. You can rent Bella's house, by the way.
Oh my God, as a B&B, and I
As an
so
Airbnb.
want to.
That would
More
be
people
pretty
need to
fun.
go with us to Oregon. Okay, we're planning a tour now.
Oh my God.
It's us
We are
and
the guides.
You guys, and we all go stay at Bella's house, and that's it. The end.
You must
We can
fill out an
watch-
application.
We're not providing it. You just have to get one from somewhere and fill it out.
I better be wowed.
You better be wild. It's really fun, and it's something that like we have in common, and like we grew up together when this was like in its heyday. Like we were
Yes.
going to Twilight premieres
Sharing
and
shirts.
sharing shirts, going to the club and Rocky Horror Picture Show, and just like having fun.
Mm-hmm. It was a whole mood
It was a whole
for 10 years.
fun time. I mean, we grew up a lot quickly. Once we were drinking age, we were like, okay, we're done drinking now.
We're done now.
Literally,
It's not fun.
it was such a time in our lives. It's so fun. Like Lord of the Rings, I love Lord of the Rings, and I have a lot of memories of Lord of the Rings, but like this was something we all did together.
Yeah, I definitely have a few Lord of the Rings memories, but they were separate from everybody else.
Yeah.
I didn't know anyone yet.
This was so fun. Like listening to the songs, listening to the real songs and the bad songs, like watching the movies. It was just really fun, and like 10 out of 10 would
And we'll
recommend.
remember it forever.
We'll remember it forever.
Yeah, I would definitely recommend it. If you haven't watched it, you should. It'll
You
be
should
weird.
read it if you want to. Like, it's bad and weird, and like the life after death or life and death or whatever the hell it is not bad. Like, I don't know. It's okay.
Give it a
Stephanie wrote-
taste. There's worse things.
Yeah, she wrote some other books, The Host, which I thought was good. And we watched the movie, and I think I just like Saoirse Ronan.
I think I just like her.
Because I don't think I think I watched the movie twice, like when it was in theaters and when it came out, and I don't think I've ever watched
I
it
saw
again.
it once. Didn't dabble in the book.
I read the book a couple times. I think I have the audiobook for that too.
Katie once asked me who my favorite author was, and I said Holly Madison, to which Katie died. If you don't know who Holly Madison is, that would be the main girlfriend from The Girls Next Door.
Which is another, that would
She
be a
is
series.
a poet. If you don't know it, she's good.
Yes.
Oh.
Her second book's not as good.
Did
but
you say series? Did you? Oh,
That's another series we're going to do. We won't probably do more movie series, but we
Girls
definitely want
Next
to
Door
do
could happen.
Girls Next Door.
Rock of Love.
We definitely want to do Rock of Love.
Mm-hmm.
So there's at least 2. But like we've been watching those. And that's another thing, like since we've been friends, like that was like happening at the same time.
Yes, we could do her book and do a who's who.
Scandal.
That could be fun because if you don't know that book, all the names are changed. But
But
with a little research,
we
we're
know they
insane and we figured it out.
Yes. But we love that show, and we love this. And it's just so fun to like things with friends. And I think that's probably why people get into fandoms and everything. But like,
Because you're doing it with your friends.
yeah.
I don't know a singular fandom person.
No.
Yeah, you're always with your buds.
Yeah. Like I feel like I'm a Lord of the Rings fan alone, but other people love Lord of the Rings. I just don't.
I don't hate it.
Yeah, but we don't we didn't. I mean, I was too young. I was going with my mom and
Yeah.
my friend Emily when we were going to see those. So like, it's just different. It was like I could drive, and I drove us like to all the premieres.
Yeah, definitely. We could
Fucking
make
we
it our own thing.
We won tickets, or a friend of Letha's won tickets to see New Moon on the radio. Like, that seems
Really?
like a thing that doesn't happen now. And she couldn't go because she had kids, and we were like, we had called around, and you couldn't even get into any theaters. Like, it was all sold out
I remember
everywhere. We were able to go, and it's just crazy that, like, that's a thing, because, like, you can go see any movie now. Like,
And you had to go to the midnight showing. That way you could go again 4 days later during
Yeah.
the evening,
Yeah.
but you still got the midnight experience.
yes.
Because
We
you
went
couldn't
so many
always
times.
super focus on the midnight experience.
Because it was just, like, fun.
It was an experience. It was that, you did more than just sit there and watch it.
It was
you
like-
interacted and
Yeah,
like
like
with
we-
the screen.
Yeah, we went to Rocky and, like, did Shadowcast, and it was, like, almost like that.
Yeah, it was. So
there
then you
weren't
go
any
rewatch
hosts,
it.
But yeah, and then you rewatch it, and then you buy it on DVD, and you watch it a million billion times. We'd go to the midnight release of the DVDs. I got drunk for that too. I drank a lot. That was a problem.
I do remember going to the midnight DVD releases, and I remember one year they were taking their sweet ass time getting them things out, and I had to like
Yeah.
request it from the back. I was like, "It is midnight 01.
Yeah, where's
Where
that?
is Eclipse?"
But they used to have, like, you could go to the store and line up. It was crazy. It's so different now. And, like, I don't know what's different. Like, I don't know if there's not
I don't know.
people, like, there's so many different
There's
forms of
so much
media.
different media now. Because
So
I
it's
think
not
those
like-
days are over.
I think so too, because now
think
you're
they're
like,
over.
oh my god, my favorite thing is Sabrina on Netflix, or oh my god, my favorite thing is this movie that's coming out next week,
Exactly.
and my favorite is this series that's on Netflix, or Hulu or whatever, So
Yet
like,
to hear someone say their favorite is cats.
we may have watched a perhaps not so legal copy of Cats, but
We watched the good one.
it was the good one because it was before the edit, and they had human hands.
It's where their hands they come and go now.
This is the Ramblecast. Welcome to the Ramblecast with Austin and Katie.
They'd come and go.
But there were hands. It
was
was a lot,
good.
but it was good.
I wish that would be the version they would print.
They should do both. Like,
Yes, just
I
make
mean,
it at
who
this
cares?
point. Make it a spoof to sell it.
exactly.
Because if you're gonna try to market it as buy this, it's so great. No one's gonna buy it.
Yeah. And spoof movies aren't a thing anymore. I feel like
I
they had such a
don't
heyday.
feel like they are. I wish they would come back. We gotta watch Tooken.
I really want them to be good though. Like,
Yeah, if Anna Faris isn't in it, I don't even need it.
if the Wayans brothers aren't involved, Get Out. Except Vampire Suck. I don't think they did that one, but it was so good. It was so funny.
I think it's because the casting was so amazing in that. The casting was wonderful.
It was wonderful, and they were like really acting like the characters
Yes.
like from the movies. It was amazing.
Chelsea from That's So Raven was in Vampire Suck. I will
Yes.
take Annalisa any day.
But I guess we should stop talking about Twilight.
We should probably stop.
But we're gonna definitely continue referencing it forever until we die.
Yep.
Can't help it. I can't help it.
And I'm feeling a Twilight tour coming in 2020. So
Yeah. Oh my gosh, we'll take you with us. We'll podcast on the windy beach.
on the beach.
That'll be all you hear, and us yelling.
Yes.
And
Oh, well, you
screaming
hear
'cause
us
the
yelling in
waterfall.
every podcast.
Well, yeah, we're
Maybe
trying
not
to.
this one. We're trying to zone it in, but we're
Trying.
also being ourselves and we scream. So
We love to scream.
Who can
Nick
know?
yells at us all the time.
this is not an earphone podcast.
No, I would say not. I would say
Earphone? Is that what people call them? Or is that a
Headphones,
grandma statement?
earbuds. I think you combined
I
things.
combined earphones and headbuds. Or fuck.
You're doing your best.
You get it.
Yeah. I would recommend over your car speakers or like from your phone, just blasting
Something
in your
like that,
kitchen
yeah.
while you cook.
But no moonbeams this week. They're canceled for a couple weeks. Just, gonna get our lives back in order. Before we tell you about our good moments. We gotta have good moments to tell you about them. And
My moonbeam is that we did Twilight finally.
finally.
That's all I need. And also today I requested the Blair Witch Project for Halloween time.
And it was accepted by the council.
I love the Blair Witch Project too. It's another fucking franchise that I latched onto for some reason. It's, you get into things, you can't explain why. You just get attached to stuff. And that's one of them. Twilight's one of them. I'm just here to have a good time.
Looking forward to our future attachment.
Yes. I'm looking forward to our next Disney premiere film
Wish Upon a Star.
coming up.
Coming up, we're going to do like a Wish Luck Month. Because
Yeah. Lucky St. Patrick's
Yep.
Day. Is that
obviously
correct?
St. Patrick's Day falls on a podcast day. Luck of the
Oh
Irish.
my God. Luck of the Irish.
Coming out.
Luck of the Irish, the movie, and Luck of the Irish that it fell on St. Patrick's Day.
Yeah, exactly. Is the movie good?
No.
You're going to have to watch to
Oh.
see that it's not because Katie just said no, it's not.
I spoiled it. I hate it.
not
I'm not
good.
excited to watch it, but I'll do it for you. But I am
We
excited
have to.
about Wish Upon a Star. I love that movie.
I'm excited about that too.
Okay, we're going to stop talking about Twilight now.
All right, you almost know all of our March. And with that,
I love you. I love you.
oh, goodbye.
Adieu.